Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to On the Mic with the M.
Auntie.
Very simple. We're going to start this off this way. Men and women, we're not equal. We'll never be equal. So y'all can't do women can't do what we do. Because you do it, you're going to look real nasty out here in the public eye. So if you're, let's say, 40 years old and you decide to have a baby by a 22-year-old when your son's 21 years old.
Okay, that's how we're going to jump.
Oh, yeah, we can jump.
Just jump right on in.
I'll jump right in.
Okay.
So,
just jump right on in there.
Yes, because a 40-year-old woman who has a baby by a 21-year-old boy and have a 20-year-old son, that's not a good look in society's eye. A guy could be 40 years old and have a baby by a 21-year-old and have a 20-year-old. They say, oh, good for you. Different vibe.
And he's not going to give a fuck about what the dog got to say about it either.
He not
going to care.
He not. Let's just clarify that.
Nope, not at all. He'll care less. Oh no, and I've seen that before. I saw a guy who was dating. I think it was on one of those talk shows where the father was 41, the young lady was 22, his daughter was 21, and he told his daughter, the daughter gave him an ultimatum: either you get rid of her or you can never talk to me again.
Yeah, we're not talking no more.
He said, baby, we're not having that kind of conversation because I am going to be with her.
Yeah.
And I'm going to talk to you. You're not giving me that kind of ultimatum.
So they would leave though. A lot of them be like, it's your choice. Because I'm not choosing to leave. You're the one presenting that ultimatum.
And that's what he told her. And he said, I know you're getting that from your mama because he left her mama. Mm-hmm. And the mama was like, he never did this, never did that. He said, okay, that's between us. You pull my daughter into it. Now, mind you, hadn't seen the daughter in a few years.
Okay.
So she was like, so you have more love for this chick than me. And I'm like, first of all, he loves her a totally different way than he loves his daughter.
Absolutely.
So, but you never thought twice about it. You're like, oh, okay, he's 40, she's 20, she's grown. But reverse, I like the thought. I had a 21-year-old son, and he brought in a 42-year-old woman talking about, look what I found.
Hey, Dad.
And I'm like, good God Almighty.
Coming through your door calling you Dad.
Oh, my God. And I'm like, bitch, did you go to school with me?
Wow.
Wow. Remember, I like you in school. Since I can't get daddy, I'm going to get the son.
Yeah.
Somebody's ass getting whipped. I'm not going to whip his ass. I'm going to cuss his ass up. Now, mama may whip her ass because she goes to, bitch, we went to school together. You going to talk to my son? Yeah. There's a problem. So it can't be equal.
But I will say that same scenario would occur if you were a 40-year-old man with a 21-year-old daughter who had a father who was watching that shit. Because I'd be dead if my 21-year-old daughter came to my house talking about this is my 40-year-old boyfriend.
Ooh, Lord.
How many niggas gonna be okay with they 21-year-old daughter coming into their house, right? Into their house. I'm not saying she living on her own.
Right, that's fair.
Coming into my house and
my daughter.
Talking to my daughter.
Yeah.
You old ass nigga.
So, okay, let's be real here. Normally, the girl might lie about this age.
She was right. She not gonna tell you she's 40 because she knows that's what's gonna happen.
Let's just be real.
Yeah.
Somebody gonna have to slide in the pocket and be like, yeah, that man's really 41. And somebody's gonna have to lean in and tell the lie, right?
Oh my God.
The truth about the lie, because
oh my God.
You're gonna dial that age back a few. He gonna look good too, so he can pass for whatever age you put out there.
Oh
right?
God.
He's probably 41, and he was like, "Dad, he only 28."
You might fuck around and be 32.
Yeah.
Might fuck around to 32. Oldest.
He gonna be 32.
And you'll be like, okay, kind of. All right, whatever.
Yeah.
And then she might wait till y'all cool with each other. The next thing you know, she kind of slided in one day like, yeah, he's really 40.
And because he loves his daughter, right?
And then I've known the nigga long enough.
Y'all been together for a minute. So
you might fuck around and get away with it.
Yeah, you can get away, but I don't know that you just outlandish.
You just instantly walk in the front door, here's my 40-year-old.
Yeah.
Anything.
No.
Like if I bring a girl who's 40 years old home, she gonna at least look like she's 35.
Yes.
34.
Yes.
And I'm alive too. Shit, she 30 something. I'm mad at ages anyway. Shit, she's 30 something, I think.
Then you have
Then
to.
you gotta mess with your own little mental space. Yeah, I'm bad with ages anyway.
I'm bad with ages. You gotta start lying to yourself.
Yeah, you do.
I don't see no crow's feet. Fuck you talking about?
Wow.
Oh, well, gray hair, and again, that's a double standard. Because if my daughter coming with a dude 40, he survived. I may kill him. I may go outside and beat his ass. What the fuck are you here with my daughter for?
I mean, but also, I don't want to say the dads aren't present, but sometimes it's not like a strong male present, right?
That is true.
You want an older male. Some women just like older men. Let's just be real there. They just,
goddamn,
they do. But not
that's
20 years
true.
old.
That's valid. I've seen it.
Some women do. Like, they don't want to entertain younger. Like, no.
Wow.
At no point in their journey do they want, like, a male their age. They
Wow.
don't want it.
Yeah.
They like older men. Yeah. That's the thing.
Okay.
That's the thing.
Wow.
Shit, I told you the story when I was in high school. This girl, she was 16, and she had a 24-year-old boyfriend. And I thought it did. I even said it to her. I said, doesn't it feel kind of curious to you that he's 24 years old and he thinks that, like, damn, you know what I really want? I want me a 16-year-old girlfriend.
Oh, my
Doesn't
God.
that seem just a little, Of course, you're like, well, you don't know type shit. Like, I'm special, whatever bullshit that young girls believe that, that they can get played off with, right?
Mm-hmm.
I saw her, I would want to say maybe 3 years after we graduated. No, 2 years after we graduated. And because when we graduated, they were still together.
Mm-hmm.
2 years later, I talked to her and I said, how's your relationship going? She said, yeah, we broke up. Because I realized that, like, I need to, like, grow as a person. And, like, I've been with him for so long that it was just time to make a change. And in my mind, I thought, because you realize how fucked up it was that you were 16 and he was 24 trying to holler at you.
Yes.
Because now he's 28.
Oh, God damn.
29.
Oh, Lord.
And you're now 20 and recognizing that seems kind of fucked up.
And weird.
Yes.
It's a little bit weird.
Yes.
Like,
because
you
you're
didn't have nobody
seeing
else your
what
age to talk
16-year-olds
to?
look like.
No, you didn't have nobody else your age to talk to?
You didn't want it because for some reason, a lot of women, as you have seen, fall for the, oh, well, he's got. And the other guys my age got. Yeah, because bitch is 16. None of them niggas got nothing anyway. We were just allowed to work a year ago. Fuck we own.
That is true. And you have to also think about this. What would a 24-year-old guy wanting a 16-year-old girl?
Your parents was cool with the shit. Let the nigga, he was in your house eating dinners and shit. I'm just saying. A lot.
God damn.
Because I'm just like, God damn. Yeah, I'm just saying.
I'm shocked that you're shocked.
I'm shocked because let me tell you why I'm so shocked. Because growing up, knowing how they were back then, if you brought it up somebody they didn't know, or somebody, like, did they go to school with you? And you're like, oh, no, they ain't in school. Then you're in 11th grade. And you bring somebody like, oh, she go to college. College? What, freshman? Oh, no, she's a senior. The first thing you say, what?
The nigga graduated college.
Oh,
24.
Oh, my God.
The niggas passed college. Nigga had a job.
That's even worse.
Nigga had a career.
God damn.
It's not that.
And Lord forgive me. Listen, people, I don't mean to call her this, but I'm just saying it. This bitch she just got out of Pampers last week.
He meant that just so
I'm just saying. Like, what the fuck? There's no correlation between you niggas.
None. Oh, my
Backyardigans was
God.
a show that he turned on for his little sister. His little sister was 2 years younger than you.
Oh, my God.
So I'm sitting here, you and my sister could be best friends. You and my baby sister, who's all at my hip like this, could be best friends.
Love comes in all different age
nigga, fuck all that.
groups. Okay.
Really? Come on. Love, really? Come on now. And you do have puppy love. We do. We all start off. But goddamn, you shouldn't be dating your teacher.
That age gap thing, it's not for most of us.
No.
It's really not for most of us. Because you want somebody who's relatable. And the older you get, or the more time you spend with someone, right? You want to stay relatable.
Yes.
Right? So if I kick it with you for the summer, we're going to be able to find something to relate to, right? Maybe the best songs came out that summer. Maybe we went to the Wine Fest, a little summer jam.
Yes.
They was playing all types of music.
Absolutely.
We was relatable for the summer. Now, as the fall comes and the spring comes, it's like, oh, you want to see that movie? No, I don't like that shit. I don't like that. Like, you're going to start seeing how
different.
Yeah, that y'all are. And you're not, the things that, as relatable as you thought you were in the beginning, you're going to start to see that, you know, the cartoons that I grew up on. You ain't grow up on them cartoons.
No.
You didn't grow. Don't make me start throwing out my cartoon names. You're going to be like, what?
And when that should be a problem. If you start saying, do you see Stin and Rimpy?
And you be
no,
like,
who the
I
hell
don't
is
remember that. It doesn't even like,
Yeah.
it's not even funny to you.
It's not even interesting. You don't even know what you're talking about. The gap of like just entertainment wise, right? Let's talk about 8 years, right? Because that's 24 16. That's 8 years.
God
right?
damn.
8 years ago would put us what at 20? What's 16? The math? 16. So that's Bron and them and the Cavs going crazy in the East, and Golden State beating the shit out of everybody in the West.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
We're talking about MVP Steph Curry. We're talking about LeBron James, who ran the East for 11, 12, 15 years type shit.
Yep.
That's a completely different world. So now LeBron James hobbling up and down the goddamn court on year 21, trying to will these sad-ass Lakers to the playoffs. Steph Curry just sitting there waiting, counting the days till he get his last fucking check from Golden State so he can go get his statue outside of Oracle.
Yep, that's true.
That's 8 years. 8 years, Bean was still alive, bro.
Yeah, that's true.
He was playing his last game. We was all sitting there, tears in our eyes, watching him drop 60.
Yep, that's true.
Man, not even here no more. So, like, 8 years is such a huge chunk of time that you can experience so much shit.
Or miss.
Right?
Because you can always kind of catch the highlights over the years. You know, if you're a true sports fan, right? You're a true fan or whatever, right? You kind of know it. But if you wasn't there for it, so when I go to recall certain things and bring on that energy, you do a little dry. And it's just like, oh, I forgot you wasn't there for that.
Yes, and that's what happens.
And it's like, but how many times can we, because it's always going to be some things that we don't relate to. We're man and woman, right?
Absolutely.
But it's how many things are we just not that relatable to?
Yes, and that becomes a big problem because, again, early on, like I said, 24 to 16 is much different than 32 to 24. Because as you go up, it's not as bad.
Yeah.
But when you start off at 18 in 8 years, that motherfucker went to he went to college. He done got probably a master's degree and possibly working on his goddamn fucking doctor's degree at that point. And, you know, 8 years is a lot of shit. That's a lot of shit that happened.
He got 2 kids.
Yeah, that's a whole lot.
3 baby mamas. He did a lot. 1 marriage up underneath your belt and a divorce.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know, no, it's just like you gotta be, you know, and again, that goes back to why you have to train boys and girls differently. And that's why you can't be equal. So when you hear about talking, men and women equal, they're never equal.
My mother always taught me that the older man, not to be like, he wasn't wanted by his group. That's
a common. I don't want to say it's a common myth per se.
It's not a myth, but it's just like, be careful, because the chances of that, right? Like as shiny as he is to you, he was just a little bit dull to his group. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's true.
So if he coming off super shiny to your teenage eyes, he's not that shiny to his group. And that's just the bottom line. So you can pick and choose and do what you want to because you got free will, right? You a teenager. You're going to sneak out the house. You're going to do it, you know, after school, on the weekends. You got freedom, right? You know, teenagers, they pretend like they staying at home. I got sports practice and then I got a game over here. Lies. You're doing whatever the hell you want to do. Oh, I'm going to work after. You're not. I get it. What I'm saying is they have freedom. So you have to make your own damn choices. But just be well advised when doing so.
And you know, women, I'm gonna say this. I may be wrong, but they're infatuated with to see a guy with some money because again, when
That's
you're
not
16 years old, they ain't got no
infatuation.
goddamn money.
That's not
They're
infatuation.
infatuated.
Oh, it's not.
That's
That's called self-preservation. Like on some real shit. And like it might be self-preservation because if you think about it, what woman doesn't want a guy who has his own ends?
No, the ends are like a signal. Like, are you going to be able to afford me a soft life?
But if you're 16, no, 16.
No. Yes.
What can I get? What can I get?
Yeah, because I'm trying to make this life softer. See, at 16, mentally in your mind, I've had 16-year-old girls live in beautiful big homes, okay? 2-parent households, right?
Yeah.
And you can't give everything to your teenagers, right? So in their mind, they think they're in a struggle. Right? Because you gotta wash the dishes or unload and reload the dishwasher, right? Because you didn't get all the new shoes that came out. How you gonna get all the new shoes? That would be ridiculous. Your mother bought you a used car instead of a new car because you're gonna destroy it anyway. So in their minds, life is rough. It's hard.
Oh my God!
I'm trying to get somebody.
Oh wow!
Me. Soft life. It starts very early. I'm not trying to do too much. I'm not trying to work too hard.
But here's the thing, is that there are guys, no, fuck all that. There's niggas who do the same shit.
Yep.
There's niggas who do the same shit. They're young niggas, 16, 17, 18, some 24-year-old chick talking about something, I like you, I'm trying to holler at you. Say less. Soft life. Shit. She brought me all these new clothes. She brought me this new hoodie. Yep. She got me this Nike Tech jump fit type shit. She done bought me the new J's.
You know your parents wasn't gonna buy you that whole Nike Tech suit.
Your parents
gonna buy that shit too.
Because what she want to do, she'll make sure her nigga shining.
Yeah.
Yep, that's true.
So now you got the little come up. Now you going to class every day with the Nike Tech.
I'm done.
You better than everybody else in that motherfucker.
It's true.
It's so true.
And you can't wait for her to pick up for school.
Man, hop in her car, talking about some digging this my girl. Hop in her car, yes sir. Catch y'all later. Y'all be easy now.
Yes.
Soft life.
Lay back, look at them. Like, you wish you were in my seat.
Yeah, that's another thing that looks bad. It's not the same. No. It don't look the same on y'all as it does on us.
No.
A woman taking care of you.
No.
Versus a man taking care of us. We're not equal there.
No.
Okay. People won't talk about it.
Real bad. That's why when I hear this, people talk about, I met him last week, and we had a good conversation.
Okay.
And then
you met his mom.
Moved him back. No.
No.
I think he said he was tired of being home. I didn't move him with me.
So you didn't meet his mother?
No.
No. Oh, okay.
You just brought him on in.
Normally you meet people's moms.
You would think so.
A brother, a sister, somebody, an affiliate.
Somebody.
Did you meet
if you date somebody that young, let me rephrase the sentence. If you're dating somebody younger than you, I'm not even gonna say that younger than you, period. You always know that you never want to meet their family. I will say that for every person. That all of them niggas do not want to meet the younger people's family.
No more. I'm not.
They don't want to. I'm not trying to see your uncle, your cousin, your nephew, your brother, your sister, your father, your mother, none of them niggas. I don't give a fuck about none of them. I'm trying to snatch you up out that shit and take you insert place here. Right?
Yep.
Because the moment I come around your people, guess what they go sit there and tell you? That nigga too old. There's something wrong with him.
Why
ain't nothing right. Why the fuck he messing with you? You young. He just trying to play you. He fucking with your mind. I might be doing all of those things. I don't need enough motherfucker telling you. Take your ass out. Come on. Baby, they just trying to fuck up our relationship.
I don't need nobody telling you what I'm about to do with you.
I need you to fuck around and find out.
There you go.
There you go.
But it's a grimy way of looking at it, but it's facts. It's facts. Yeah.
It's
like you set yourself up for being taken advantage of strictly because of experience.
Yep.
If I watch a guy who's boxed for a year and I put him in the ring with a guy like Tyson Fury, he's going to get knocked the fuck out. I don't give a shit how strong that guy is. I don't give a shit how much belief he has in himself. I don't give a shit if he had the best training ever. He's only training for a year. There's shit that he's going to do that's going to get him knocked out naturally because he's not ready for a guy who knows, okay, yeah, he's going to punch hard, but he's going to get tired because he's going to put all of his effort into knocking me out off rip, not realizing that we got to do this shit for 12 rounds. And then they're going to get real tired. That lactic acid going to build up in his shoulders real quick. That he's not going to recognize how bad adrenaline dumps when you're in a scenario like this where the lights are bright and you're fighting somebody and you got all these people rooting for you and people gassing you up. And you don't realize that once you come in to start fighting, you get hit. That adrenaline kind of wears off. And you're like, God damn, I'm fucked. But now you got to figure it out. That happens with anything at all. Not to the person who's been doing it the longest is going to work circles around the person who's been there the least.
Absolutely, they will.
In anything. So why is it that when it comes to dating, it's all of a sudden, fuck it, who gives a shit that I'm 8, 10, 15 years younger than him? We're on the same plane. No, the fuck you aren't.
No.
You can't possibly.
You can't be.
But it's like
it's
how to know what
intangible.
you don't know. How to know what you don't know.
But you know, T, people make this mistake. Oh, they messed that up. That couldn't be me. Oh, they messed up. Or that person messed up. But that's not me. Don't you understand? The same shit that you said, they said the same time when your age.
Those are the blinders. I don't know why we have them on. I don't know.
But they do. I hear women say shit all the time. You know, oh, she's just stupid. And I said, you should never say anybody stupid
because that's
you're
the
in a situation.
experience, though.
And if you have none.
The person with the experience recalls when they were exactly in that space too, where they felt like, nah, this not going to happen to me, or oh no, he's more genuine, than the person my aunt met or the person my mother met, as she tried to advise me here. It's just the blinders. I feel like we were dealt, you don't have the experience. And that's the idea of living and learning, right?
Absolutely.
But you don't have to learn everything through, going through it.
You don't have to go to the school of hard knocks. You don't have to. You can choose to go to the school of hard knocks, but you shouldn't. For instance, when my sister was dating, a guy couldn't just pull up in his car and blow the horn. She run to the door, see y'all later, and get in the car. Oh, hell no. You better bring your goofy ass in here so we can see you. So in case we got to beat your ass, we know how you look and what kind of car you drove and all that stuff. But seeing these young girls go and jump in the car, oh, yeah, that's her friend, Boo. And do you know his real name? You know his government name?
Oh, yeah, they...
What the fuck? Fuck that. Oh, it was a big black dude named Boo. Really? Yeah, he about 6'1". Okay, that's about half the dudes in PG County that you just described. So I don't know who the fuck that is.
Neither do the police when shit hit the fan, so...
Hello. So that's that whole thing. You have to listen to the older people. When they tell you certain things you need to do, we're not telling you to get in your business. We don't give a fuck what your business, to be honest. You ain't have no business. We're trying to save your ass because unlike 30 years ago, your ass could be with somebody and disappear. And they'll never find your ass. How many people did not find him?
Shit, 30 years ago, you disappeared too. The only difference between then and now is that there's a lot of different ways to get caught. You used to get caught by somebody who would be in your neighborhood. It was somebody who was either working in the neighborhood, somebody who had business dealings in the neighborhood. For some reason, it was somebody who you were close enough to that they got a chance to know you to loop you in. Nowadays, you can be a nigga from Bulgaria. He's talking about something. He a foreign diplomat, and he gonna fly over here. Then he fly over and he show you all this money. And now he legit. Bullshit. He just knew how to play an act long enough to get you to convince you to do insert thing here. Now you're on a plane to Bulgaria. You never come home.
Never. And that's the other thing people fail to realize. Technology has changed this entire dating game.
It's the access to people.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it's through the roof.
Because again, just flip and see how he looks. You can flip. There's people, we see it all the time. People get sucking in. One poor old woman I'll never forget on Dr. Phil. That shit was sad. It was hilarious. She was 80 years old. She said, I got a boyfriend in Nigeria. Now, when she said that, of course, I thought
she was a white woman or a black woman? Okay.
Woman. And the kid said she gave this guy $1 million of her money because he's going to marry when he gets here. But right now, he's trying to get stuff straight. They always working on getting their stuff straight. Yes. So she kept sending him money. He said she just sent him $15,000 because he had to close his deal. He said he had 8, but he needed 23. Because she helped him with another 15 to get it finished. She always sure wired the money to him.
Yeah, she had it.
And Phil said, "Do you have you seen a picture? This is the picture of him." He said, "Okay." He pulled up his big whiteboard and said, "That picture has been used 10,000 times." She said, so that's not him? She said, no, that's not him. He's using that picture to get other people like you. She said, I gave that guy $1 million.
I saw a special on this. They went and found some of the guys who was doing this and did an interview. Did you see it too? Yeah. It was great. It was great, in my personal opinion. They were the men were sitting there like looking at the person interviewing them because the interviewer came in, you know, like, you guys are dead wrong. You know, like, yeah, I want y'all to answer some questions. And they were puzzled.
Because what did we do wrong?
What did we do wrong here?
Because realistically, nothing of what these people are doing is like illegal. What they said is like, listen, hi, I need help.
Yeah.
Will you help me? You say to me, yes, sir, I got you, and you wire me money. How's that my fault?
No, and they're sitting on they're
it's a fucking
texting through the night, like they're
on rotation.
Wow.
But what I'm saying is that they're feeding a bit of what the woman needs. They really are.
Yes.
And you know they've asked to be compensated on some level. And then they say it straight out. Yeah. Whether they say what they need it for is, you know, finance my life or fixing, you know, a piece of my house or getting my business together, whatever it is, you know, you've already professed your love. I love you too. They probably do love these women to a certain capacity. I love that you keep my lifestyle, you know, the way that's love. Yeah, it is. You're not going to challenge these men's love.
That is very true.
But even more than that, it's the love in which that person needed for whatever reason.
Yeah.
Because obviously the mother, that woman being 80 years old, her family obviously isn't close to her.
Yeah.
For whatever reason.
Yeah.
Like she had money.
Oh, yeah.
Because she had enough to give it away. But obviously, whoever she was as a person, and I don't mean to be rude, but like, this is my opinion. Whoever you were as a person when you were younger was obviously so shitty that your kids don't give a fuck about you. And I'm going to tell you why your kids don't give a fuck about you. Because they would have never let you get the first payment off. I don't give a fuck what y'all got to say. Talking about some, oh, well, you don't know what grandma be doing type shit. No, yes, you do. Because you set up the infrastructure necessary to keep out your 80-year-old grandmama. Grandma, listen.
Yeah.
People out here ain't shit. So here, if you ever get an email that asks you for money, just let me know. They'll let you know.
Yeah.
They would tell you if you actually gave a fuck. Yeah. Right? If you actually want to protect your grandma, your mama from some weird shit like that.
I just feel like I would know if my grandmother was dating somebody.
You would think so. She would have to tell you.
She would be in conversation about it. I mean, I always asked my grandmother who she was involved with, and she would always say no one. You know, then I would ask about the people who I thought was, you know, checking for her. Yeah. Like, why wouldn't you have that conversation with your single grandmother? Like, grandma, who you got your eye on, lady? Like, I need to know. So to me, that would definitely come up in conversation.
Or she all of a sudden she happy out of fucking nowhere.
Yeah.
That's always miserable. Now she's chipper.
Or all of a sudden you trying to figure out how to work a phone. What are you
talking
doing?
about? Can you show me how to text and show me what this Instagram thing about?
Can you show me how to take a picture? Baby, take my picture real quick for me.
Oh.
What you taking photos for?
Because they like to talk. They ain't got no job.
No.
These things would come up. So I'm with you on this. Some people in life that ain't shit. And you know, maybe those people trying to get you for your money too. So maybe you do keep your stuff close to you, right? Like, I can't even be telling them all because they be trying to work me too. Yeah. Whatever the reason, those brothers also did say, I don't know if you caught this part, but they was like, technically, this is reparations. So they felt no guilt. They did say that. It was the best part of it all. Yeah. They was like, do you want us to stop? I don't understand what the problem is. You want us to stop? She was like, yeah, I think you guys should stop. They was like,
no,
they was like, okay, I guess. Like, okay. Like, do you really think we're going to stop? Like,
and here's the thing. And here's what you fail to realize. Yeah, exactly. Let's say we stop, right? Mm-hmm. Let's say this is my coalition, we stop.
Yeah, that's 5 stops.
That's 5 stops. Yeah. What about the other 300 niggas down the street?
It's probably beside you.
I'm coming down the street. What about around the corner with the other 1,000 niggas around the corner and the other 15,000 people down the block? Like, just because we stop don't mean other people not going to fill in the spots that we leave open.
Yep.
So if somebody gonna get over.
The Fields lady sounds like she was American, right?
Yep, she was American.
Yeah, but these guys was talking to women from the UK.
Oh, I heard that's big too.
It's
Yes.
not just.
It's universal.
It's all over.
It's a universal scam. Yeah. Everybody get together. We get on the phones. We get to texting and shit. Because to me,
I was gonna jump in too, just so we're clear. Why not? Why not?
I mean,
Yes.
what's the difference between, right, a Nigerian prince who lying to you talking about somebody I love you, right, and a long distance relationship?
Same difference. I'm with you. I mean, you want to believe what you want to believe.
Because there's no telling that the person on the other side of that screen is telling you the truth.
Yeah. And you want to believe these things.
You want to believe.
I want to believe that the photo that I received from this person is real. Because
I wanted a prince.
I wanted a
My
prince.
whole life I've been wanting a prince.
And then he showed up and said, I look beautiful.
What?
My 80-year-old looking ass. Oh my God. Yes. I got the young gene. Yes. And you're going to be infatuated because, again, you're dealing with something called loneliness.
Yeah.
That's the other part people don't realize.
Yeah.
All this stuff you play around early in life.
Yeah.
And I got all the time in the world
No,
until you hit about 60. And then 60, you like looking around like, oh, shit.
Nobody really going to be invested in each other by the time you turn 60 because everybody's so guarded, right? I'm so protected and I've already figured out life, so I don't really need you for that. I already know who to call on. My car breaks down. I already know what to do. You can't. It's the older we get, it's harder to rescue each other, right? And I don't want to be like, you should be rescuing each other to build the bonds. But it's those important moments that you show up. That's why Risa Tisa got with the
TikTok dude.
Yeah, with the tire. Remember she said her tire went flat. It be the rescues, right? Like, he done swooped in but if I don't need you to swoop in for nothing, because now all my cars are like official, my bank account is fat. I don't need a rescue. I'm 60 years old.
I'm sorry, you said TikTok, yes?
No, the TikTok guy.
Yeah, the TikTok guy. Remember the chick that came out and said, she had the 50.
That's what I'm about to say. Did y'all talk about that?
No. Talk about that.
Oh, shit. I want to get my shit off on that real quick.
Yeah, because
just 2 seconds. I ain't gonna.
But that still ties back into need.
I told you he was out of control.
Y'all producers out of control.
Look, I ain't been
out
here
of
in a
control. But it's a true statement because you look at people who saying, I want to be happy, I want to be married, I want to have this. What you basically say, you open your door up, unfortunately, to anybody that sees that and can pick that weakness and use it against you. Because when you say, she kept saying, I want to be married, I want to have kids, I want to have a house, because I feel like I should have it now at 30-some years of age.
Yeah.
So you set you up for failure. Why? Because you went out there open arms, open chest, open heart, everything. And this guy sees it because there are guys out there and women out there that sees that. They look at that and they use that against you. They use you against yourself.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, he is bad. He can't be that bad. He's not playing me like that. Oh, no, babe, I never play you. You know I love you. I love you. Girl, I love you like a fat kid love cake.
Everything you want to hear.
Yes.
Everything you want to hear.
So everything, the little red flags, you don't pay no attention to because, no, he loves me too much. But then.
Yeah, like yeah, whatever. Fuck all that. You can be open. I think that's the disingenuous part. You can be open. You can have that aspiration of understanding that, like, hey, my window's kind of shutting, and like I want to maximize whatever time I have left before that window shuts. I understand that. I don't blame the woman for falling in love with the man. Matter of fact, I've also said that like she got lucky in the grand scheme because she only dealt with that for a year. This was a year of her life, in and out. Right? There are people who deal with that for 10 years, 20 years, 5 years.
You mean
3 years.
hold on? They deal with what? The deceit?
That level of deceit for that
level
long.
of deceit for 10 years?
Easily.
This is your life. You're not
That's
dealing
what I'm
with
saying.
anything at that point. This is your life.
Right, that's your life now. But it's full of lies and shit that you just have accepted for whatever reason. Because you want the thing. Exactly. So I'm like, at least it was a year. Like, you got lucky in the grand scheme.
That's true.
Right? You're lucky that things didn't pan out. You're lucky that you didn't merge the bank accounts. You're lucky that you didn't actually keep, pardon my language, but like didn't keep get to completion. Like, but it's true. You're lucky that these things happen. Because all these things could have happened and you be in a way shittier scenario where now you're linked to this nigga forever because you got a kid with them. So now you can't sit here and say, wash my hands of him. I'm going to go put him 6 feet under and be done with him. because now you look at that little nigga every day.
Yeah.
Every time you see your son, it's your daughter. Whatever child came out of that was going to be, oh, this person. She got upset because Charlamagne said, was she a big girl?
Yeah.
He asked that question after hearing the story. Mm-hmm. And what he said was, I don't want to make it seem lighter than what he said, but like, in essence, he said, it makes sense. Mm-hmm. It makes sense how this all happens.
No, I thought he said it. What was the quote that he used?
Yeah, I don't remember the exact quote. That's why I didn't want to make it lighter.
Mess it up.
Yeah, I didn't want to make it lighter because he did say something fucked up. Yeah. But the crux of what he was saying is it makes sense. And
because she was a big girl.
Yeah. Because she was a big girl.
Because little girls don't get slim joints don't get played.
So see, that's what the Carrie thought was. That's crazy. That's what the Carrie thought was. I don't even think it's that. I think it goes back to the level of insecurity that comes with being big. Being a bigger person comes with a certain level of insecurity naturally.
Naturally? You
naturally.
think that?
I definitely think so.
I don't
For women?
know.
For women?
For women, definitely.
For women?
Big niggas?
I'm saying I don't know because clearly I've not had that experience.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm. Right? But I do know strong, very confident women, and
they are bigger.
Engaged in that conversation, that might come out. Mm-hmm. But from what I can see, I don't know that I've ever seen insecurities from some of the bigger women that I know. Their confidence has just always been,
I think sometimes that confidence, the outward confidence, is hiding that insecurity.
Yeah, which is why the strength
ends up coming out, and I think the confidence to accept who you are, and the strength to be able to say that, like, I know people are already going to try to come from me, and I'm always ready for that.
Okay,
and like I said, I don't want to say that.
And you're saying that a slender woman doesn't have that.
A slender woman doesn't have that same type of insecurity. So, what I think he was trying to say, keyword is I think, is that when you are bigger, right, and you have that natural insecurity, you accept things that maybe your smaller counterparts wouldn't have to. You deal with niggas who just a little bit different. You might find a guy, because she said, I just want to find somebody who loves me for me, right? Mm-hmm. I want to find somebody who loves me. So the moment you saw anything that resembled love, you just took it. You were like, fine, fuck it, fine, I'm gonna take it. But there's a lot of people chasing smaller people. Mm-hmm. Period. Mm-hmm. Smaller, thinner guys, muscular guys, thinner women, slightly muscular women. Like those 4 different archetypes get people chasing them constantly.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. So you get a whole bunch of shit that you have to now wade through to figure out what's really for me, what I not want. But if no one ever approaches you, then that waiting is very easy. Waiting turns into fucking, I'm looking at lily pads in the water. I can see 1, 2, 3, 4. I see 4 instances in which I have a chance to make my raft. I've tried 3 of them and the lily pad sunk. That's the last one that I've received. Let me just see what this one does. It's a different conversation. You're dealing with your input. The men and women that you deal with being smaller are vastly different in numbers, vastly different than when you're bigger. You just deal with more shit. People who have been skinny, who have gotten fat, complain all the time. I've seen several videos in posts and shit about how people in their life treat them worse. Mm-hmm. They're like, oh, I was a small girl and then I gained weight because of the pandemic. Mm-hmm. So now I'm at my job and the same customers that would tip me $20-$30, like, who the fuck is this shit?
Okay.
Who are you? Like, we'll talk about, damn, that girl seemed kind of fat. Like, she's like, I would hear the insults that these same customers, when I was smaller, would praise me. Mm-hmm. I'm doing the same shit I did when I was smaller as a bigger girl, and now it's, why are you taking so long? Where's my shit? Like, I'm getting hostile responses for doing the same thing. Mm-hmm. And it's like, yeah, even people who have been big, who got small, say like, oh, people are kinder to me. Mm-hmm. People hold the door for me now. People actually like pay attention to me when I walk in the door and say hello. People naturally dislike bigger people for whatever reason. Whether they think they're lazy, whether they think that they take up too much space, whether they think
they smell bad.
They smell bad, whatever the case may be. There's a lot of big niggas who don't take care of themselves.
I'm serious.
It's true.
I can't stand it.
No. I got you though.
Wow.
I got you though. My roommate, right? My roommate in college, that's my nigga, Ace Boone Coon type shit. But when I first met him, he said, dog, I am not going to lie to you. I thought you would smell bad. I said, why would you think that? He said, because I have a friend that's your size named Justin. And that nigga don't do nothing. He said, I come in your room, you got deodorants, you got cologne, you shower every day.
Regular, hygienic.
I have hygiene. Yes. He's like, I see you I'm like, damn. Like, yeah, you're a big dude, but like he take care of himself. Yes. Because I understand that I also know big people who don't take care of themselves.
Yeah.
And who also smell like shit. I get that.
Okay.
But it's because of, I think, that insecurity. If I don't take care of myself and I'm also big, then I don't have to worry about people bothering me. I can kind of stay a recluse and stay over here and mind my own business and nobody really fucks with me. Because you're tired of being around people who treat you like shit. Okay. So you find ways to protect yourself. And that comes with either being very hostile or not being as hygienic or maybe not even wearing colorful clothing because you don't want to be seen. And then you'll see the ones who like, oh, I don't give a fuck. And that's where you have like a Lizzo. She wears bright, colorful clothing and like she has her moments, but like, people will sit there and say when they think of like body positivity for a woman, that's kind of one of those people they kind of bring up. They're not sitting there talking about Adele went and got the weight loss. She said, fuck all that. The moment she blew up, she said, I'm gonna go get my body right. She wasn't sitting here saying, yeah, I'm a big girl and whatever. She didn't like the attention that came with it. Okay. So she went and got small. And now everybody like, damn, but Adele look good. Yeah, because y'all niggas bullied her to look good. Yeah. Because it comes with that when you're sitting in the spotlight. And a lot of people can't handle that.
And for women, it's
way worse. And it starts off early.
Because it's almost like they start in elementary school, literally. Because you play with them, and it's weird because growing up, I used to see bigger girls when they were in elementary school, and you used to treat them differently. You used to throw food at them and that type of stuff. And I'm like, why are you treating her so bad? She's big, she's fat. I'm like, she can't help herself. Because I was that kid, I always want to stand up for somebody. But what happens is, if somebody at home don't say, fuck them, you beautiful inside and out and all that, then they start to look around at their friends who won't be their friends. Because their friends won't be the popular girls. It'll be the other misfits, per se, bigger girls. So now that carries on. Nobody never changed that. They just have this built-in self-hate. It's because nobody likes because I'm bigger. And then all of a sudden you eat more. Because that's your coping mechanism. You just eat more. So then you just get bigger. So now it's a self-fulfilling prophecy that you're just getting bigger. You're not attractive. Now you go to middle school. Now you go to high school. Still getting bigger and bigger. But now you're a bigger woman, bigger girl. So now nobody inviting you to shit. Nobody inviting you to a party. If they do invite you, it's because, Mom, I got to invite everybody. Even the fat kids. Yeah, even the fat kids. God damn it. That's the only reason you're going to end up in a party. Other than that, you would never get any kind of invitation to any party. So then now, your self-esteem is shot to shit. You may not even go to prom. Nobody may not even ask you to prom. You must take me to the prom. Or you may have to get a cousin or somebody to go with you to the prom because I want to be with you. They want to be with the fact. Or
I'll even go one step, I kind of opposite of you and say, and then even if there is somebody who genuinely likes who you are, you can't see it.
Yep.
Even if somebody does genuinely like you and genuinely want to get to know you, and genuinely knows that, yeah, you've always been a big girl, but I don't give a shit because there are niggas who like big girls. Mm-hmm. That's not a misconception. There are guys who like bigger girls.
Yep.
I know crackhead size niggas with.
That's normally that size.
It's usually there. Yeah, it's little bitty niggas.
Is. They love them.
They love them.
Love them.
Right? But you don't recognize that as love because there's so many people who probably have lied. So now you can't tell. You just keep your guard off everybody. So then you even shoot opportunities that could be good for you.
Absolutely.
Out the air because you're trying to protect yourself.
Yep.
Because every time you opened up, you got shot. Mm-hmm. So now I'm not gonna open up no more. We close up shop, lock up the doors, put the bars on the windows. We done. Now they know I ain't here.
And it's crazy because producer, the two most weakest women in the world are the prettiest ones and the biggest ones. They're the most insecure people. Because the pretty ones, you got people coming at you. So now you're like, this motherfucker, yeah, I got a man. And she's just like, fuck, leave me alone. But you're insecure because you're so beautiful that people, normal guys, oh, she got to have somebody. As fine as she is.
Oh, they don't approach.
No, they're like, she got to be fine. But she's like, I don't got the people that do approach me, I don't want them. Just get out of my face. You look at me like, girl, I haven't seen you in a while.
Right, because you get a lot of people who do that, right?
Yep.
So the good guys are going to sit there and think she's got to have somebody. She's got to.
Got to.
There's no way somebody that pretty walking around by herself. But then no one talks to you.
Nope.
Because that's the other side of that. Is that you either get the people who harass the shit out of you, who you don't want to deal with, or the guys who you're interested in who don't even make a play.
Okay, so then that brings you back to what we're initially talking about, right? Where you say off the jump, the heavyset woman is going to be insecure off the break. You just broke down both of the women being insecure, though.
And it's weird because it happens different ways. Because if you're pretty, everybody's going to try to holler at you for the most part.
Right. But that's what I'm saying. So women that I've spoken to when we talk about this topic specifically, right, as far as it being an insecurity because of her size. A lot of women are like, it's not necessarily an insecurity from her size. It's an age insecurity. It's the fact that she's over 30 and she's a good over 30 and she hasn't secured the situation. Not necessarily like her size, right? It's the fact that you're timing out now.
That's the unfortunate thing about society. Because
Well, no, not even society. It's literally just naturally. Because if you want to have a kid and you want to avoid a high-risk pregnancy, you're tap dancing. She herself
mentioned
is
that,
tap dancing on.
Your wife told me that.
Yeah, exactly. It's tap dancing on that window where, like, it's either a high-risk pregnancy already because of whatever factors you already have naturally.
She had two.
And then your age.
She had the age and the weight.
And then the weight, So, like, for her, it's the reason why I was saying Charlamagne mentioned that was because the lies in which he told, right, were first off crazy, absolutely insane. And I'm surprised she heard half of them and still kept them. But the desire to secure the last chunk of the things she feels like she wants out of life kept her believing longer than she ever should have. I think that's where the breakdown.
Which is the what?
The crux of what I think he was trying to convey when he asked, was she a bigger girl? Ultimately boiled down to you ate all this bullshit that, like, he felt like more than likely most other women wouldn't have felt with. But when you're already insecure, you're already trying to lock down that last little bit of your life, you're kind of like, oh, yeah, I mean, it's just growing pains, things you have to take on the chin. No, you don't have to take that on the chin. She's going to find somebody who's probably watched that damn TikTok 8-9 times thinking, I'd have never sacrificed her. She's the queen in my eyes. But where's that guy? He could be in her DMs. He could be next door to her. She could have had a guy in front of her who wanted to be interested, who was interested in her, wanted to see her shine, wanted to grow with her, and she couldn't see him because of whatever. But it's just the fact that you see a lot of bigger girls kind of take shit they shouldn't have to. There's a lot of bigger girls who will sit there and explain the things they dealt with in relationships. And you can hear it and go, no, you know that, like, the first time he said it, the second time that guy, the third time when that dude did you should have cut bait on all those instances. And yet you'd have been fine. But when you hear I didn't know how many opportunities I had left, or how many more people were going to talk. You know what I mean? Like, it's all one big, right? It's all one big kind of ball of shit. But it's too nuanced to have a conversation on it for clicks. Like, if you're talking about it for just like, oh, I'm going to just kind of get my jokes off and whatever. You say, oh, man, of course she's a big girl. She accepted that. And everybody chuckles because it's kind of an inferred thing that nobody really wants to talk about. But it's a true sentence. Big people, we don't get the same dating opportunities as other people. So when your dating opportunities are 30, 40 different people each week versus 30, 40 people over the course of 35 years.
Yeah, the pool becomes very small.
That pool constantly shrinks, especially as you get older.
And for women, it's more important because you're dealing with a finite period of time. Because it's okay until you get your 30. When you hit 30, it's like, oh shit. Okay, and you look around, and they look around. It's like, I don't have no kid. I ain't got no man. I got a lot of degrees. I got money, but I don't have this. So then they're not worried at 30. They're like, okay, I just gotta open myself a little bit. Now, once you hit 35, and you probably put on a little weight, a little change, your body change a little bit. Now you hear that tick tock in your ear. You're like, oh shit, I'm 35 years of age. I still ain't got no kid, ain't got no man. I don't know why I can't find nobody.
I even do to kind of go back on one of your points. I saw a post on Reddit the other day talking about this woman. She was 41, and she said, "I'm 41. Like I can't find nobody." Absolutely beautiful woman. She's like, I can't find nobody. Like I on these dating things. I do all these things. Blah blah blah. And what somebody said to her is the top comment was, "I can understand why you don't have anybody. I would have thought you were already taken."
Yeah. Yeah, if you find
because
you're attractive
or the things she does.
Because she's already visually attractive. So like if you look at her and you're thinking like, damn, there's no way she's 40 and ain't got nobody.
Yeah.
Because that's a thing that guys think. Like she's like, I look at this chick, I'm like, damn, she's too attractive for no one to have.
So why I say is like in this day and age, we're gonna assume that this type of woman who's put herself out on Reddit, right, is using dating apps. Let's just be real, right?
Yeah.
Anybody who's willing to type and make a post on Reddit is using a dating app. We can agree to that.
Yes.
So you're putting yourself out there on a single dating app. Everybody there knows she's single. It's something deeper than them thinking that she's taken.
Of course, but she's saying I don't get dates. I don't get dates in person, and I'm like, yeah, it makes sense visually. If I see you in person, I'm not gonna think anything of it. No. I'm gonna think you're taken. If you're on dating apps, like you said,
she doesn't get dates if she's in person.
She's like, I don't get dates in person at all. She's like, I will see people they would never approach.
She's not approachable.
But I don't. Yeah, but I can't tell. I can't tell you you're not approachable if I don't see what the approach looks like. If every photo you got of you smiling and you're dressed up and you're pretty, awesome. But like what people fail to realize is that you could be smiling, dressed up, pretty, look fantastic, all that shit. What do you look like when I pull up to you?
No. Like what indicators do you get the man?
That's what I'm saying. When I pull up to you, what do you look like? Yeah. Are you smiling at me and like? Making eye contact?
Make eye contact, because if you're never even looking at man's direction, he gonna think you taken.
Because 9 times out of 10 nowadays, we get clipped as men for looking regardless.
Yeah.
At the gym, at a fucking KFC, at UFC. It don't fucking matter. You busy looking at somebody recording, somebody.
Yeah.
Like nowadays, it's like, man, if I ain't gotta make the play, I ain't finna do shit.
I ain't gonna take that out.
I ain't finna take that out.
I'm not gonna take
I'm not finna take it. I'm not finna take. You're not gonna sit here and prey on my downfall because I happen to look in the direction of a bitch doing a squat.
I just felt like it just makes sense if you want a man to approach you and you see him across the room. You could at least give eye contact. So he feels comfortable to approach.
No. Say that louder for these. No. Say that louder for these women out here who keep complaining about how men don't approach them. Say that one more time.
You got to give eye contact. It's not any old eye contact though. It's like you got to look away and then you got to bring it back. You got to do it at least twice because the first one could have been, oops, well maybe she was looking in my direction. But if you can't.
Yes.
How you doing? From afar, right? And
because it's literally just a level of consent.
Absolutely.
That's being given to me to come over.
Yeah.
As a guy.
Yeah.
Like that's what women fail to realize. Like they complain about men not approaching nowadays. Like, oh, why don't men just pull up? Because y'all cuss niggas out left, right, and center. You out here with your girls. You look pretty. You look good. You out with the girls on girls' night.
Yeah. I wasn't trying to be approached tonight. And then here you come. And I'm in savage mode because we probably just went out the door and talk bad about all the men that even exist.
And now here I am as a guy coming in catching bullets.
Yeah.
I done got shot up in the club.
Yes. Yeah.
I done got shot up for no reason.
I like that.
But it's a little consent that brings, like, you complain about the guys who don't do it, but when you want a guy to do it, giving them just that little bit of eye contact or saying that, like even acknowledging the fact that I'm interested and you're interested, right? Mm-hmm. It's a two-way street. The guy might want to pull the trigger and say, let me pull up. But if I'm looking at you and you're not even making eye contact because you want to play games, and you're like, I see him looking at me, but I don't want to look back at him type shit. Mm-hmm. Then he doesn't approach you. You're like, why didn't he approach me? Like, he knew I was trying to holler. No, he didn't.
Yeah, like you didn't.
Because you can't gamble.
You didn't even get up and go to the bathroom. You know,
you ain't walk past him, nigga. You ain't even
walk past him. No, you got at least walk past. No, hold on, girl. Let me get up and walk to this bar and go grab a drink. Girl, I'm gonna run to the bathroom. Walk with me real quick so we can walk past them. Now let's go the long way. No, let's run out to the car real quick so we can walk past them. You know, we'll make up some stuff real quick. Real quick. Girl, come on. You know you gotta go with your girl to stay in your numbers. Don't be dumb.
You got to.
But you gotta give a little bit of consent. You gotta give a little bit of a green light. Because then if not, you know, the old boy harassing you. And y'all get knocked down out here a lot.
A lot. And the other thing, ladies, goddamn, I don't have to see everything. If you show me, your titties and your ass is all hanging out together.
God bless you. God bless you. God bless the body that you were given and that you've also worked for.
There's certain outfits I thought we made money in. You know, if you are into making money off of, you know, your body, you know. They're just going like for regular. You ain't even making everybody getting free looks. You know, and
free looks.
It's I don't know I don't do that shit. Like, I mean, I do like revealing clothing. Don't get me. I like a little nice little, but I'm normally out with my man. Like, I mean, if I'm stepping out, you know, I got a little security. Yeah.
My assumption is like if you dressed up and you look and you're like, I don't want to say exposed, but like showing part of yourself. My assumption is that you're asking somebody to consider you. Yeah. I gotta assume.
I would think so.
I would assume as a guy that's what my thinking is. And I think a lot of guys' thinking is if you come out here and you showing off all your assets, my assumption is you trying to find somebody who's gonna bite.
Yep.
Who's gonna buy in, right? But the problem is depending on how much of your assets are you showing, right? The guy that buys in might not be the guy that you want.
No.
You show everything. Now you got the nigga who say, "Oh, we going to the back of the club."
Now you sound like an old head, right? Now you sounding like an old head, right? Because that's what they teach you, right?
Yep.
Like depending on how much you showing, that's gonna get you a certain attention that you just might not want. You know, they did a little video, right? And the girl was there presenting herself, I guess, to the guy. It was like some pseudo speed dating thing, and she was dressed very provocatively. Did you send? Maybe you even sent it to me. And he was saying, you know, his intentions for this young lady. And he basically
they're not going to nowhere fancy.
First of all, they're not even going out to eat.
They're not going out to eat.
Doing the car.
Going to the car, the bedroom, the hotel.
Not even know the motel. Because he's not even going to a hotel. That's crazy.
Last point. Nigga said motel.
The very idea that you would think that he was going to go to a hotel.
No.
They gonna leave a lot on for this nigga first.
And you'll be lucky if it be a motel. This is going down in the car.
Without question.
And in his mind, he's just like, I didn't know you wanted anything else. I mean, he was looking crazy to the Nigerians on that.
He was
on reparations. Like, what's the problem?
Yeah, it's like, you know, we ain't taking nowhere fancy. No, we're gonna go back in the back of the car or lay on.
Yeah,
I'm gonna say something
before you come out.
Exactly.
Yes.
Yeah.
And this gonna sound kind of disrespectful. I know it is.
It is gonna be disrespectful.
It's gonna be disrespectful. I know it is. But listen, because there's gonna be somebody who's getting offended by this sentence. The way you dress in certain instances dictate the person in which you receive. If you gonna dress up looking like you try to fuck, then you gonna get the nigga who all he looks at you as is a fuck toy. You are nothing more than, and that's it.
I mean, that's why men who have like real money, they dress down.
Yes.
Because I'm not trying to be out there and you seeing me in Gucci slippers and, Louis pants and I got on my little
Because you're sitting there running up the damn counter in your head.
Yeah.
How much money that nigga got if he got all this shit on?
So now you looking at me like a ton of money because you dress like a ton of money and you pulled up in your most fanciest car that you could find as opposed to, having a little humble joint and, your little worn down polo slides. You gotta stay humble because if you don't, what you putting out there, that's what the person is going to want you for.
Absolutely.
So if you
right.
looking like a bag of money and you attracting a girl who's attracted to money, then guess what? Don't be shy.
And there's nothing wrong with that. If you want a girl who's only attracted to you for your money, then you dress up to the nines. You wear your money on your body so that way everybody who sees you knows you money. And then you can find the girl who wants you for your money.
Yeah.
Period.
Vice versa
There's
with a
nothing
lady.
wrong with that. Exactly. Vice versa. There's nothing wrong with wanting something and leaning into it. Just don't expect something that's vastly different than what you're presenting.
Absolutely.
She acted like the girl in that clip that you mentioned. Acted as though she was dressed up as though she was going to like a church. Or dressed up as though she was going to a business meeting. When you literally look like you're one article of clothing different from being spread eagle on a fucking bed getting dick from different directions. Like, you're one piece of clothing different from looking like that.
Yeah.
And it was a purposeful choice. Your pants didn't even fucking fit.
You see the
not the pants didn't fit because you thought it looked cute. No, your pants literally didn't fit. Your pants were open specifically because you couldn't button the motherfuckers.
Nope. And
it was too small for you.
Absolutely.
Oh!
Yes.
I didn't even...
Yes.
They was too small for you anyway.
Yes.
It couldn't.
A little flat.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
It was just open because you couldn't button them.
Yep.
Okay.
So it's like, what is somebody supposed to understand? As a guy, I'm telling you, looking at you, you look like you're, it just is what it is. But you made a choice when you got dressed. And there's going to be a guy who might see you and think, no, that's a classy lady. But I promise you, that's not a classy nigga.
No.
Because if he looks at you and thinks you're classy, that means y'all probably both hood niggas. Y'all just going to be eating fucking Golden Corral every night. Ain't nothing wrong with Golden Corral, but it's just the point is, you're not going to no Outback Steakhouse.
No.
Like, you gotta be careful who can see underneath the costume is what he basically saying.
Yes.
Because people who can see all them layers underneath, they got layers themselves. And the type of lifestyle that person's able to afford you, it just might not be the lifestyle that you want. So,
exactly.
image is everything.
And
what you putting out there.
That is true, T. And everybody lies. Again, ladies and gentlemen, everybody fucking lies. So if they're thinking that, I meet him, this is who they are, no, that's what they want to present. But you don't really know who they are until, if you decide to move forward, you start telling you different things. Oh, well, shit, he looks a little quite different than what he presents. Because nobody's going to show you their worst part.
No.
Who the hell goes, here's the worst of me. Love me for who I am.
I mean, that's a problem also. Right? Because if I'm showing you my worst, I mean, have I gotten over the worst? Because how else is it coming out? You're probably going through it.
And that's the problem.
That's a problem.
Because everybody wants to not take that time to say, you know what, I got messed up and I need to recoup. I need to do something better. They never take time to heal. You just walk around hurt. More Band-Aids. You put more Band-Aids on your body and I'll get over it. It's a Band-Aid. You need surgery. You need staples. You need some other shit. But people need to take that time to really heal themselves. Don't go from one relationship to another relationship to other ones and keep asking yourself the question, what is wrong with the relationship? It's not the relationship, it's you.
Yeah.
There's something wrong with you. And you need to work on getting yourself straight. So when you get out in this world, you're not out there looking for somebody to save you or any other bullshit. And understand, when you're in a relationship, it's not equally. It's teamwork. It can't be equal. Everybody does a little different on team. Because somebody may do a little something.
Because what if we all brought the same ingredients to the table? We trying to make lemonade. Everybody came through with the lemons.
Yeah, where the water at?
Yeah, guys.
Where the sugar at? We got lemons. So again, It's
we ain't
about
got
the
nothing.
team.
Yeah.
You ain't got
And
shit.
we, the idea of us being equal and sexual liberation for women, and that's bullshit. Like, let's just be real. Like, because that's what's going on, is that women wanted to be equal and move like how men move, right?
Mm-hmm.
And for whatever reason, we got to that point, we're there, okay? But we got to stop.
Yes.
Because it don't look the same. Who was the first girl we talked? Oh, first of all, the marriage for the Nigerian wedding.
Oh,
where
yeah.
old boy,
woman.
invited the singer there, old girl on her knees acting a plumb dumb fool.
Yeah.
Right? This shit just looks bad. It looks
does.
bad. That old boy had been dancing with a lady singer. We would have thought nothing of it. And then it's like, oh, okay. That's cute. I don't think he would have been on his knees because that shit would have been dumb either way you slice the pie. Yeah. But it's not the same, though.
No, it's not the same at all. And people keep thinking this shit is, we're going to get better. It doesn't get better. It just gets worse. Because the more we keep thinking that we're equal, the more you keep thinking that my shit don't stink, his shit stink, or her shit. You just be in this world of war or angst. And why are we fighting? We're supposed to be getting together.
But we don't, because we don't know our roles. Yeah, you don't know your job, and I don't know my job. And so now I'm sitting there trying to do your job, asking you to do my job, and why you ain't did, we just confused. You don't know your role. The men don't know their roles. The women don't know their roles. And so
oh my God.
You think you can just do whatever you want to do because we're all equal now.
And that's why we're suffering now.
Yeah.
Because everybody thinks they're equal, and we're not equal.
No, not like that.
No. And, like I said, people, understand, you get in relationships, first know yourself before you even think about bringing somebody into your world or even in their world, because your world may be bad, their world could be worse. So just learn, be happy, heal, and don't just go out there rushing different relationships.
And be careful of the opportunists in the world.
There's a lot of them, so you got to be very careful about that.
Absolutely.
And T, she left all perfectly again. A little bow on it. Be careful out there, people. And with that information, we're going to end this episode of On the Mic with the M.
And T.
Listen, people, keep subscribing. Keep, dropping off those beautiful comments and, hit the little button so you'll know when the next one comes out. And until next time, peace and blessings, y'all.